Hi guys, it's Tanya from 4Girls Jewelry with another tutorial. I missed Tuesday. I just have so many people here working and also very noisy. And I got too distracted to the point it was too late to film anything. So sorry about that, but back to the business. Today we will make rings, something that will have the wires on top, because I did my last show and the lady really loved rings with the pearls, but she said she will be hesitant to buy any of them because they were not having any wires on top. She said each time she used her rings, like handcrafted rings, she will ruin her pearl. And I thought, that's a good idea, to just have something that can go over the pearl and sort of protect your stone. It doesn't have to be pearl, it can be any stone. So I like the idea to cross wires on top, and it could be a shield from any damaging your glass or stone or whatever you put in. My last one, the number 4, it's the same concept, except because I do construction and we did some lights, and that wire ended up in the garbage. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's valuable. Before, as a wire wrapper, I would never consider to use anything that is very thin, because it looks like even thinner than 30 gauge wire. So fine, like a hair. And it's a very fine cord, but I like how it looks. You'll probably see it, some of the parts more uniform. The one that were not touched, I love it. Look how beautiful it is. So I use that for this ring. I just wire wrap with a thick cord around. You can see it. And then to prevent unraveling, I actually use torch. And that bubble that you see here, it's actually bubbles from these ends. So you can, guys, use anything thin and just use your torch, make it bubble, and it can be very nice finishing, because that's the problem with the wire wrapping. You don't know what to do with tons of ends. So let's pick up your normal gauge you're working with, maybe 18 gauge and 24 gauge I use for my weaving, and let's create some rings today. So we will use a piece of wire. I did the other ones with just 7 inches, but this I cut 7.5. So it's a little bit longer, because if you wanted to do nice crossing here, you need to have a little bit extra wire to finish that right here, both sides. If you use torch, you can use a little less, but also make sure you have a room for your bubble here. So what I use my pliers, and I use the larger one. It's a Bailmaker's plier. So what you do is something like that. Make sure they almost the same length, and to prevent bubbling, this is actually thick wire, so I don't need anything, but you can also hammer a little bit, which I will quickly do. I have a bench right there, so I hammered, and I probably will use my pearl and also 24 gauge wire. So what we start from one angle, one of the sides, and just anchor your wire. When you hammer, it will keep the shape. 1, 2, 3, 4. think I will cut and make sure it's not scratching any surfaces. Push it a little bit. And the pearl go right on your 24 gauge. Okay, so we have 24 gauge and we have our pearl. You can make it, if you want it, you can also squeeze it to the size of your pearl or gem. And we go, so we anchor it. Now the fun part started. So we always do the same weaving. So I go between the wires, anchor it here. Like, you can use it like this, and then go back and so we have one long, we'll count 2, and then just once around. Go back to this wire and just around. And keep going back and forth. I really like this weave. The only thing is, I don't like really gaps that much. So when I do, I either push your pearl up and make it like all the way. Unless we wanted to do where it's all started, then you can come up with the wires there. So we might leave this little space here, both sides, so we can, when we cross the wires, we will end it right there. So I will now speed it up. And it's also up to you how you want to make this curve working. It could be very thick and then end up smaller. You can design what you want. This one is all around. This one is a little different. It's the last one I did. So we just going back and forth. With our 24 gauge. It's very easy, simple ring. It just take a little time, but it's not that long. For those who follow me on YouTube, I also have a Facebook page, and I used to post different stuff. I will try to post my dog too. He's so funny. He's like a boss in the house. Somebody commented on it. You can guys hear him but never see it. So the same for Girls Jewelry on YouTube, on Facebook. Also same for Girls Jewelry on Instagram. I have pictures, tons of pictures there with my images, and sometimes when I travel I post something like that. It's not only jewelry. And if you can guys also share my videos with your friends, subscribe if you didn't, it will help a lot. Okay, so I keep going to prevent this boring viewing that it's the same. I will just probably stop and wire wrap all the way here and then come back. I think I'm happy with the length of my woven part. And let's see how long it is. It is, let's see. So with the stone it's almost 2 inches. Almost. So this also depends on design you wanted to make, because you can leave it like here and then have bare wires. I really like the fact that it's more modern when you do woven part and empty. So I will leave that. I will just anchor it a few times so it will not go anywhere, and we will cut a 24 gauge wire here. Always try to do it in the middle between, so when you squeeze your wire there, it will end up between those 2 wires and it will not unravel. Okay, so we have that ring mandrel. The size we want, I will make like size 7. So the tricky part is to just mold it, because we also wanted this part be flat on the mandrel. So just push it so it will be flat to the ring mandrel. Okay, when you have this, remove it, and then you decide what you want with your wires. You can there is, see that I did one that I go over the top. It's not even connected with the frame here. Do you see it? So I did over, I just cross them and then end them here. I just push it through inside. The wire goes inside, and then this is the wire from coming from inside to the top, and I cut it and then just push it here. There is one way. This one also on top, but I did before, I don't know, maybe I don't have this stone, this ring anymore. I also did it, I go through the thing and then cross. I think I gave this to my friend. So so you can also do like those, or you can go through these wires inside and then cross. I think I will just go around like in my pearl one. So what I do is I just cross them right here, hold them and cross. See? And then what we want to do when they cross here, you can cross it on top, depends what you want. If you want to cross it on top, you can cross it on top. Just a little fiddly, yeah. And then what we do is we go inside slowly. We take wire inside in that hole that's where we started. We have a little sort of not finished. Remember, I think you can see it right here. So we go right there. Just push slowly. You can see the wires coming. Nice squeaky pliers. Again, just make sure that your wires are sitting all the way down. It's getting so dark in Chicago today. Okay. Let's see. 7, I want to make 7. So I have one, I see the one. Let's see another wire, camouflaging. I have horrible lighting here. I have to change the lights in this room. It's not for filming at all. I just don't see anything. So so your wire is supposed to be here, and all you have to do is anchor them around your base wire. See it, right? So you cut excess and just push this inside. I hope you can see it. Okay, and the same with the other one. I think it's just a little bit too small for the size 7. So just when you do, just cut a little bit bigger, because I didn't calculate the pearl. Pearl was kind of big. So this can go right inside. Just need different light and different glasses. Okay, you guys know, right? So you just anchor it right there. Make sure it sits properly, and when it goes in your liver of sulfur, yeah, and then you can also shape it a little bit with a rubber mallet, you know. Just shape it nicely, make sure it sits nice, don't damage the 24 gauge. You can also push it a little bit here if you wanted to, so it will have that nice look. And it can be your ring. Yeah, just spend a little bit more time. Depends how you want it. If you want to cross it exactly in the middle, you can cross it on the side. You can be creative with that. But I think the fun part is when it's covered the gem or pearl. It is good idea, because it can protect your gem from damaging, like she said, and I like that. Guys, I think it was quick and easy ring tutorial. The easiest is when you have torch, and I like torch, so you can go just over your gem and just stitch it here. That's very quick, very easy, very simple. I love that. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you will make tons of rings today, or not today, maybe for the next season. Thank you guys for worrying about me. Thank you for writing. I'm all right. I did have a little bit problem with the throat, because when they did the floors, it was too cold because the heater was gone. So that was really, really freaking cold in the house. And my daughter and me got a little bit sick, I think, from the cold air, inhaling all the time. But be okay. There is no COVID, nothing. We're all healthy otherwise, and we'll recover and create more jewelry, hopefully next Tuesday. Thank you guys for watching. Waiting for your comments. They mean a lot to me. I love to read. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for support. Bye-bye.